What is going on, guys? Jason Burke here, Styles Clash for Life. Coming at you on YouTube, and today I've got some football focus. The Pittsburgh Steelers just finished playing the Jacksonville Jaguars in Week 11 of the 2020 NFL season, and I'm not going to lie, coming into this game, I was a little scared. There are certain teams, no matter what the records get thrown out, no matter how bad the opponent is, there are certain teams that just seem to have Pittsburgh's number or always give Pittsburgh fits. For whatever reason, for the Steelers, we have a hard time with Oakland and Jacksonville, especially on the road. And so I'm looking at the schedule going, okay, Jacksonville came into the game, I think, like 1-8. Pittsburgh came in obviously 9-0. So I'm thinking, oh, okay, this should be, on paper an easy win for the Steelers, but it had trap game written all over it. Pittsburgh coming in on a huge roll. Jacksonville playing with their rookie backup quarterback, Luton, I'm sorry. Don't know much about him, to be honest with you. It just seemed like, it seems too obvious that Pittsburgh's going to roll in this game. Pittsburgh always struggles on the road against teams like Oakland and Jacksonville. So I had kind of a pit in my stomach thinking, okay, classic trap game setup for this. But Pittsburgh came out and took care of business. Dominant win for the Steelers for the third time in the last 5 weeks. Really, really solid. Feeling really good about going back to back, beating Cincinnati handily in a divisional win, and then going on the road against Jacksonville and a team that usually gives us fits to win this game very convincingly. Jacksonville did come out. It started off kind of close, and I'm thinking, okay, first quarter is not what you really want it to be. Jacksonville comes down, gets a solid drive, and gets a field goal to start off with, and then Pittsburgh comes out and punts the ball, and I'm thinking, okay, not exactly what you want it to be. I think the first quarter, I think it was 3-0 Jacksonville in the first quarter, so not much out of Pittsburgh offensively. Defensively, again, rough first drive. Steelers did allow a couple things. Chark caught one over the middle. James Robinson had a couple nice runs out of the gate. And you're thinking, okay, defense is kind of on their back feet a little bit. Offense is predictable right now, starting a little slow as usual, so it's going to be a rough game. That was the last 3 points Jacksonville scored all day. Jacksonville scored the first 3 points of this game, did not score another single point for the rest of the game. Pittsburgh with 27 unanswered to win this thing convincingly. Jacksonville had no good drives for the rest of the game, really. So the defense tightened up and the offense got back to what they usually do. Jacksonville's got some pieces on the team that you think can be something. Laviska Shenault didn't play today. I like him as a rookie. He's got a lot of burst. DJ Chark exploded last year. He's got a high ceiling. James Robinson, the running back, came out of nowhere. I love what I've been seeing out of him all season long. He's a hard runner. He finishes his runs. He's explosive. They got to figure out what their quarterback situation is, whether it's Luton or Minshew or somebody else. I don't think that quarterback for the future for them is on this team. But Pittsburgh gave Luton fits today. Safeties playing deep, intercepting the ball all day long. Pass rush getting to Luton, getting hits, tipping the ball, getting sacks. We were all over the place, opportunistic. Luton finished with 12 completions and 4 interceptions. Luton, I think, finished I don't know if it was 40% completion percentage on the day. No touchdowns, 4 picks, sacked a few times. Did not look good at all. Again, at middle of the field a couple times, our linebackers and slot guys got beat for a few completions, but really not much. Robinson ran okay at times, but when you're down the whole game, there's not much you can do. Pittsburgh went into the locker room up 17-3, pretty dominant. Again, great job on defense, tipping the ball, getting turnovers. One thing they've done on defense all year long, and I commend them for doing this again, is being opportunistic in the other team's red zone. All season long, Pittsburgh has gotten turnovers in their end zone or the red zone of the other team, taking points off the board. The Jacksonville Jaguars were, I think, at their 15, 20-yard line. Luton threw the ball. It was tipped by a former Jaguar, Tyson Alualu. Good to see him back out there. He's a difference maker when he's out there. He is an unsung hero for this team all season long. He gets a tip, a batted ball, and Minkah Fitzpatrick picks it off in the end zone and runs it back 30 yards down the field, which not only takes 3 or 7 points off the board for the Jaguars that was almost guaranteed, but returns the ball far enough that sets up our offense to go down and get another touchdown at the end of the half. So that is a possible 14-point swing, taking a touchdown off of Jacksonville and giving us enough room for Ben to drive us down at the end of the half to score a touchdown, so we go up 17-3. Jacksonville could have tied at 10-10. Pittsburgh gets the big swing. That was the big turn of the game. That was all she wrote. Pittsburgh is up 17-3. Quiet second half on both sides of the ball. Quiet, especially, on offense. We only scored 10 points in the entire second half. 3 points in the third quarter and then a touchdown to seal things up late. So 27-3, Pittsburgh goes on to win. Quiet second half offensively. One thing that I want to get into, again, I like what we're doing as far as the passing offense, getting the ball out of Ben's hands fast, taking a lot of deep shots down the field to Claypool. I like that. I like the motion across the formation. I like the spreading the ball out. We saw a lot of guys touching the ball today. Connor had a nice screenplay catch. Ebron had a couple nice catches. Washington had a nice catch. Claypool did a few good things. Deontay Johnson especially was our hot hand today, as he has been. I got to say, though, this running game did look much better today. I think they were at 6 yards a carry on some of Connor's outside runs. But my goodness, we'll get into it in a second. I want to give you guys the numbers. Can't complain too much about a 27-3 win where you look pretty dominant. But Big Ben today, pretty solid day. 32 of 46, 267 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. The 1 pick came on a Big Ben deep shot at the end of the second half. There was like 6 seconds left in the game. In the half, Ben was taking a shot to the end zone, just going for a touchdown to try and get up 24-3. Took a shot, and Washington got pushed off his route, so the Jaguars guy got the pick in the back of the end zone. Ben just took a shot there, no big deal, didn't hurt the team. So the 1 pick we did have didn't matter. It was Ben's first pick in 4 games, but was really inconsequential. So you take that away, and you got 32 of 46, 267, pretty solid, efficient day. 2 more touchdowns for Ben, 1 to Claypool and 1 to Ebron. So good day there. James Conner, 13 carries, 89 yards, pretty solid numbers. I think that's in the 6 yards per carry range for Conner, which is the best that he's had in about the last 3 or 4 weeks. But I want to discuss this real quick. Did Derek Watt pee all over Randy Fichtner's blankets or something? Did Derek Watt steal Fichtner's mail? Did he turn him into the FBI? What did Derek Watt do to not be on the field in this game? Finally, when the game was decided at 27-3 for the last 2 drives, they brought Derek Watt in the game at fullback a few times. And it showed for a couple of good runs, by the way. But Watt is healthy. He's been a healthy scratch out there. He's healthy on the sidelines, and he's not coming onto the field. Pittsburgh is falling back into the same play calling for the running every single week. This is not James Conner's fault. I want to see what Conner can do, and I've been critical of Conner, saying he's not a franchise back, but he is a quality piece, and we're not seeing that because they're running the same shotgun inside handoff every damn time for no reason. Why are you using this kind of play when Conner is not your speed back? Conner is an inside back. Why are you forcing Conner to take the ball so far off the line of scrimmage and doing the same predictable inside handoff every time when you see it's not getting results? Conner's had 2 yards a carry for the last 3 games. Why are you still running the same inside draw over and over and over again? They finally, in the fourth quarter here, ran a couple of I formations, but you've got a good proven fullback in Derek Watt who can carry the ball inside, he can block, he can catch the ball out of the backfield, he's good on special teams. Why are you not playing him in some I form, some pro form, some 2-back sets? Let Conner and Snell run behind or run around Watt out there and mix it up a little bit. Do a couple of inside handoffs to Watt on 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. Do a couple of I formations to Snell and Conner inside. Let Watt lead block on the outside and do a couple counter traps. Why are you doing the same plays over and over again? God forbid you take three or four shots of those per quarter instead of doing your 6 freaking drag route where your receiver comes across and they do the touch pass pitch to McLeod or to Claypool for 1 yard or -2 yards. We do 6 of those per game for 4 yards. God forbid you bring your fullback who you got in the offseason and you paid for to come in and give our inside runners a chance to inside run. You got tight ends, you got a fullback, use them in the inside running game. Mix it up a little bit. The same 2 play calls are not fooling anybody. The inside shotgun does not work for our personnel at running back. And the little outside pitch, the motion pitch, is over now. They've been calling it since week 4. Once Claypool scored 3 times on it, they guard against it now. So McLeod and Claypool are not getting yards on that. You're wasting your downs. You're blowing drives on that. Stop doing that. That being said, Conner ran pretty well, got to the outside a few times on a 20-plus yard run and a couple other 15-yard runs. so that brought his average up. Pretty solid day, 13 for 89. Deontay Johnson, 12 catches, 111 yards. He was our leader today. I want to discuss him real quick. When he's healthy, I got on him this season because he had a couple fumbles early and he missed several games with injury. When he's out there, he's got the skill set and the ceiling of Antonio Brown in his prime. What I'm seeing out of Johnson is the same type of ball skills that I'm seeing out of Antonio Brown. High pointing the ball on a deep catch today. Curling around for the screen plays like Antonio Brown did. Reversing field, making guys miss. Looking quick out of his break. Catching the ball in the middle of the field, getting down. Reversing field when he catches the ball. He's looking so crisp out there. His hands are good. He's good in contested plays. He's making guys miss in the open field. He's taking short plays and making them long plays. He reminds me of Antonio Brown in his prime. He's only in his second season. It's his first year with Ben. He didn't get Ben all of last year. This guy is looking really, really impressive out there when he's healthy. As long as he can stay healthy, this guy is a star. I love what he's doing out there. Like I said, Claypool had a couple nice targets, drew 2 pass interferences on deep balls today. Also had a nice deep ball touchdown where he beat the guy on the outside. Eric Ebron got a touchdown as well to seal the game for us. So pretty solid offensive output today. Not special, but very solid. 27 points feels pretty good. Defensively, hats off to these guys. Like I said, Jaguars came down for 3 points at the start of the game and nothing since then. Interceptions, we had 4 picks today. 4 interceptions, all from the safeties. Minka Fitzpatrick had 2, including 1 in the end zone to change the momentum of the game and firmly plant it for the Steelers. Tyrell Edmonds, best game of the season. He had 2 picks today and a couple of pass defense as well. Edmonds looked really good out there. He was reading in the middle of the field. He was staying back and taking the overread plays. He's been looking better and better these last couple of weeks. He's playing with confidence. He's playing with a secondary out there that is on fire. Joe Hayden has looked better and better. Steven Nelson had a couple of nice deflections today as well. Cam Sutton, who didn't play much today because Mike Hilton was back and was quiet, but Sutton came in, almost got a pick 6 at the end of the game. Would have been Lutton's 5th pick of the game. So 4 picks and almost 5. Great job on the defense. Sacking the ball, we got there a little late today. First half, or first like two and a half quarters, we didn't get many sacks. We did come in with 2 sacks at the end of this game. I think 2 sacks is our season low, but we did get Bud Dupree with 1 and Stephon Tuitt with 1. Dupree was terrorizing all day. He got a batted ball. He had a tackle on the running back in the backfield, several hits, tackle on the wide receiver in coverage. Stephon Tuitt was there as well. He had a batted ball. He had a sack and a couple tackles inside. Tyson Alualu had the batted ball, which caused the interception. Man, this front 7 is dominant. These guys look good. Robert Spillane had a few plays where he missed covering the tight end on the inside, but he looked pretty solid today too, a couple of hits. Highsmith came in on the outside for a couple of hits. TJ Watt didn't get any official stat numbers, but he did hit the quarterback twice, which caused the ball popped up in the air. Just fell to the turf, didn't cause any turnovers, but almost did. So a couple plays there. Watt hitting the quarterback so much. Those stats don't show up on the stat line, but Watt is just incredible. Vince Williams as well has had such an underrated and total season. What a hitter. What an energy guy he's been. What a leader he's been for us. These front 7 are dominant, which are helping our back 4 to play even tighter. And when you throw guys in there like Highsmith, like Sutton, you're seeing the depth of this team. Even Justin Lane made a few plays today when Hayden went out with an injury. He did return. So you're seeing the bench, the depth, the intensity, the outside physicality of this team really stepping up. Really got to give credit to those guys. So all in all, again, 27 consecutive points, holding the Jaguars to just 3 points all game, no touchdowns. Offense playing pretty clean, spreading the ball around. Running game looking a little better in spite of bad play calling. So I've got a couple of nitpicks with the play calling, but other than that, you got to feel good about a 27-3 win on the road against a team that usually gives us trouble. So really shutting down the Jacksonville offense and playing smart on our offensive side of the ball. Now we are going into Baltimore this week. I think it's a home game against Baltimore this week. This Thursday on Thanksgiving, big divisional game at nighttime. Baltimore lost today to Tennessee in overtime, so Baltimore is now 6-4 and we're 10-0. So Baltimore is 4 games behind us with a loss to us already. So if Pittsburgh wins our game on Friday or on Thursday night, that'll mean that we're 5 games ahead of Baltimore with only 5 games to go. So if we win this game on Thursday, we already win the division and already clinch at least 1 home game. This early in the season, you got to feel great about that. Pittsburgh 10-0, on fire, best team in the league, playing healthy, playing strong, playing smart, preserving our quarterback, protecting our quarterback. I love what we're doing with this team. Tell me in the comments below who stood out to you and what you're looking forward to and takeaways from this game and looking forward to this Thursday. Go Steelers. I will see y'all either Thursday night or Friday morning. I'm going to try to get the review out to you guys Thanksgiving night. So come back Thanksgiving night and check out the Steelers-Ravens review. Take care.